Hi there, it's the Heir of Carthage, bringing you a Rome Total War online commentary battle. I'm the Carthaginians fighting against the Bruttii Romans, and I have to quickly explain what I'm doing. This is a way I found out to take out Urban Cohorts quite well. You have to take your phalanx line, and you have to expand it to where they are touching shoulder to shoulder, so that there's no gaps in between your phalanx troops. And now I'm going to do a mad phalanx charge right in to these Urban Cohorts. Let's get a close-up. As you can see, they're getting ready to throw their pila, and I come and stick a spear right in their throat. So that was a phalanx charge. You've seen them before. This one was a very direct one. I charged all the way up to them before I stuck the spears down. And so now, as you can see, because I put my phalanx men shoulder to shoulder, the Urban Cohorts have no way to get around to my flanks and start sword fighting my men. And this is the best way to take them out, is to not allow them to get into a sword fight, because that is what they excel at. There isn't any other faction on the game that has as good a sword fighting unit as the Romans. So look right here on this very end phalanx where he does get around the edge. These men have they've already lost over 20 men, and as you can see, when they get in a sword fight, the Urban Cohorts will beat you. And why is this? Well, look up front. Their men stand just out of range of your spears, so that you're not killing any men up front, even though it might look like it from a distance. See them just walking back and forth, teasing your spears, but not doing anything. While over here, a little at a time, they're sword fighting your men down, and they're going to win this battle. But over here, if you'll notice the difference, on this side, they can't get in between my men, and they're being hacked to bits. They have absolutely no way to penetrate that phalanx. So, this seems to be the ticket to beating Urban Cohorts. You have to have one contiguous phalanx line. In other words, your men need to be touching from shoulder to shoulder, one end to the other, and then you need to have a way to protect your flanks, and that's why I brought my extra pointy infantry. My main body of infantry was Sacred Band. So once again, let's take a look at the line. Look here, where the Urbans can get around my flanks, my men are losing. And then look up here, where the Urbans can't get to my flanks, and they're being cut down. So that's the lesson. Over here, I just took care of his cavalry, which I don't remember if it's Praetorian or Legionary cavalry. Let's look at the corpses. Get my men out of the way, they're trampling them. Looks like it was Praetorian cavalry. So I took out his Praetorian cavalry, and now I'm going to come in with some hammer and anvil and also take out his archers. So, yeah, this was the video I said I'd be uploading. I wanted to show this to everybody because I doubt I'm the only one who gets sick of getting your top quality units beaten by Urban Cohorts. And this method is so effective, I want you to see this if you can see it on my screen. This unit of Sacred Band still has 80 men. They just lost a few because of a rear charge, but up until that point they had only lost one man in the fight against these Urban Cohorts, who were down to 27, and this unit was down to 45. So I would say that's pretty good performance. In any case, this battle's pretty much over. Even though my opponent had tough troops, because he didn't make any penetration against my infantry, I'm going to win this fight. So on my right flank, my men are finishing up, and back here, I am finishing off his archers and this unit of Urbans that came to support. Unless he had more Urban Cohorts than that, my cavalry can take his out in a melee fight. And then, as a final blow, I'm going to come in here in a moment and hammer and anvil these remaining troops. And you'll see how tough Urbans are, because when I do bring in my cavalry, some of them stay in the fight even though they're in a dire situation. And that's why you have to use methods like this for taking out Urban Cohorts, because if you don't, they'll beat you. When it comes down to a sword fight, these guys cannot be equaled. So anyway, this is a good example of doing a little bit of thinking and coming up with some tactics. I kind of got lucky when I discovered this, and I was really proud of that phalanx charge when my men just ran up and stuffed their spears down those Urbans' throats. So anyway, hope you like this, and let me get to the battle results.
Both well-deserved and worthy.
So as you can see, that was a clear victory for me. My name in this battle was Mago, who was one of the brothers of Hannibal, and I had 967 kills, while my enemy, which you're going to think I'm cruel for fighting him, was Tiny Tim. He had 413 kills. In any case, good game to Tiny Tim.